Alright, y'all. You got my mom here. She took the vaccine. I don't know. I'm gonna interview her real quick. And she's a nurse too, by the way.
She's RN.
RN, sorry.
What do you want?
Tell them the process when you're taking it, what they have to do, questions they ask, anything.
You fill out a questionnaire. The questions on it: Are you allergic to any medications, any foods? Do you use an
You just
EpiPen?
had something to
Are you sick? Have you tested positive for COVID before? Have you been around anyone who tested positive for COVID in the past 2 weeks? Um, that's about it. They want your insurance pay information, although it's supposed to be free. Um, at the time of receiving the vaccine, they test your temperature. They take your temperature, record your temperature, and they interview you again. Are you allergic to any medications? Do you have allergies? Do you use an EpiPen? Once you answer those questions, unlike me, I'm hypersensitive to certain things, all things, everything. I didn't put that on the paper, so I had to put that on the paper that I have hypersensitivities. Once that was established, I got my shot. They take you into a different room. You sit there and you're monitored for 15 minutes. And 15 minutes if there's no sensitivities or allergies, 30 minutes if you have allergies or use an EpiPen
Before you're able to leave.
before you're able to leave.
interview on shot.
Yes. For me, I felt a little bit weird. I had some of my hypersensitivity issues, which is in the inside, I get very congested. Feel like a little bit nauseous. But that's what happens when I encounter anything that's different than my norm
Eat real.
for my sensitivities. There were others who
Okay,
had
well, we was just
nothing,
leaving you, that's all.
no reaction, no
Okay.
anything. I had a little bit of tingling, just a little bit,
Put it
not
on the
much.
microphone.
The same thing I would do if I eat like a pineapple because of my sensitivity to pineapples. Um, oh, and prior to, since Tuesday, I started taking my Zyrtec, I started taking my Flonase, and I also started taking Benadryl. And now it's about 6.5 hours later. I feel great. My arm is beginning to get a little tender. It hurts a little bit. Um, oh, I forgot. After the first hour, I did feel my little joints aching. That's part of the side effects. Everybody won't get that, but because I have hypersensitivities, more than likely I'll pick up most of the side effects later on. But I'm going to take Benadryl later and a Tylenol.
Alright. So what you got to say to the people who don't want to take it, like me?
For the people who don't want to take it, I don't know what your reasonings are. My main reason for taking it is I'm tired of being locked up. I'm tired of feeling like I'm in jail. Go to work, come home, that's it. No family gatherings, no going out, nothing since COVID happened.
But that's more important than taking the shot. That might make you retarded.
No, I took this shot so that I could feel more at ease because I know I have sensitivities, and not only do I have sensitivities, I want to go out. Taking the vaccine allows you to, even if you encounter the, and matter of fact, let's retract this because the reservation about this whole thing is COVID, COVID, COVID. It's not COVID until it becomes into the disease. When you go take your test, you're tested for SARS two, CoV two, SARS. That explains why a lot of people who test positive, some have no symptoms, some have symptoms. The only time you die from the vaccine, not the vaccine, the only time you die from the SARS-2 is once it turns into COVID. I learned that from Dr. Drummond. Follow him on Instagram.
Not you doing our pre-promotion?
Yes, follow him on Instagram because that will give you a lot of enlightenment. And during that process, I learned that the RNA is what this vaccine is made out of. It has no live SARS in it. But the RNA has been in effect for over the past 10 years since the last time Obama was in office.
What's the RNA?
The RNA is what it's made out of. They taken the RNA, they created the RNA like our blood, like our body cells, and it goes into your body and it reproduces this type of RNAs. And what it does is, even if you encounter COVID, it's teaching my body that that's something weird. It's building a defense up against it. So even if I encounter COVID,
So you're not being injected with COVID,
you're not being injected
to your
with
knowledge.
COVID. And it's not going to say COVID, we're going to say SARS-2. You're not being injected to SARS-2. What you're being injected is a protein to recognize SARS-2 when you encounter it. So when you encounter SARS-2, your body already is going to build up a defense and say, hey, I know you. You're no good to me. They're going to then encapsulate the SARS and smother it, and it goes away. You may or may not feel symptoms from it, but it will not give you COVID. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. And how long has it been since you took it?
About 6.5 hours ago. And because I have sensitivities, I felt a little leery. I felt a little dazed, just a little bit. But all the others that took it, they was jumping up, ready to move around and everything right away.
Oh, okay, well, there y'all have it.
Yes.
I'm still not taking it, but there
And
y'all
I'm
have
not
it.
twitching.
You are
Lips
now.
ain't curved. None of that. This is me. No, I'm serious. I do know that I will be taking Tylenol and a Benadryl later on tonight.
Yeah, alright, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe if y'all learned anything. But,
I left out some things so they should learn.
huh?
I left out some things.
Don't they say chef?
Uh-huh.
Boopy?
You leaving them out or you?
Yeah, because we gonna ask the question.
I asked Boopy, did
They
he
gonna ask you a question?
say chef?
Oh, okay. But yeah, y'all, there y'all go. So, that's her take on it. We got the Black Power people and the conspiracy theories saying it's to kill us.
Most of our black people problem is hearsay and going off what happened in the past. What happened in the past cannot happen in today's time. We are so much advanced in technology. The brain cells are so much advanced. They are not going to go do what they did with the people with the syphilis. They're not going to inject you with a medication and you cannot be treated. And if they do and you allow that, then something is wrong with you. This is not back in the 70s when those people were injected or whatever the time was, when they were injected and they let them go ahead and live out their whole entire syphilis process so they can monitor every step of the disease. This is not those times. Sorry. I want to go on a cruise.
Put that name up there?
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. I think we done now.